Turin, the city of mysteries and dark legends. During Pope John Paul II's visit to Turin in 1988, during Mass, he invited those present to conversion and said, "The city of Turin was an enigma to me, but from the history of salvation, we know that where there are saints, another also enters. One who does not present himself by his name. He is called the Prince of this world, the Devil." With these words, Pope John Paul II expressed the presence of the Prince of Darkness in the city of Turin. The Pope had come to Turin to pray beside the Shroud of Turin. The shroud is a linen cloth on which the image of a man bearing signs of mistreatment and torture is visible, consistent with those of someone condemned to crucifixion. Many identify the victim of such torture as Jesus, and the cloth as the one used to wrap his body in the tomb. But why is Turin considered a mystical and esoteric city, you may ask? What makes Turin a place where dark presences can be felt? Was Pope John Paul II right? Turin is said to belong to two esoteric triangles. A triangle of white magic with Lyon and Prague, and the triangle of black magic with London and San Francisco. In Turin, the Dora di Paria River intersects with the Po River. The same happens in Prague, the capital of the Czech Republic, where the waters of the Elbe merge with those of the Vltava. In Lyon, France, the city center was formed at a confluence of two rivers, the Rhône and the Saône. In all three cities, pairs of rivers, one masculine and one feminine, represent, in an esoteric interpretation, the coniugio oppositorum in Latin, meaning the conjunction of opposites, that is the mystical marriage, the synthesis of the solar and lunar. This symbolism can be found in Turin, in a place known for its alleged esoteric symbolism, even of Masonic inspiration, the Angelic Fountain. The four sculptural figures depicted on the fountain are inspired by the four seasons. Two of the statues portray the female figures of spring and summer, representing the most sacred and the most profane aspects of love, namely virtue and vice. The remaining statues with male features represent autumn and winter, and depict Boaz and Jachin, the two legendary guardians of the Pillars of Hercules. Winter gazes eastward, where the sun rises. The water pouring from the jars held by the two characters represent knowledge. One of the places that have given the city its reputation as a capital of the occult is Piazza Statuto. In the center of the square is a very curious statue. The angel at the top, according to many, represents Lucifer. The men below are those who seek knowledge, yet they are thwarted by Lucifer's hand, which sends them back. According to many legends, the manholes directly below the statue represent the gate to hell. Another place in Turin where the presence of the dark force is felt is Via Bonelli. According to historical documents, the executioner of Turin lived here, roaming the region with a bag containing his tools of the trade. According to many accounts, the presence of evil can still be felt when walking down this street. Around the late 1960s and early 1970s, an urban legend emerged in Italy claiming that 40,000 Satanists lived and operated in Turin. This was actually a false story, picked up and amplified by the media, although something was indeed happening in the city during those years. In fact, in those years, the Church of Satan of Californian origin was established in the city, although it never surpassed 100 followers. Turin is also home to the largest Egyptian museum outside of Egypt, as the city was once the capital of Italy and the seat of the Italian royal family, who were very fascinated by ancient civilization and avid collectors of ancient works of art. Some believe that the museum houses artifacts filled with both positive and negative energy, and some are said to be powerful amulets, specifically all objects linked to the pharaoh Thutmose III. The pharaoh ruled Egypt when the city of Turinus, today known as Turin, was founded by the Roman Emperor Augustus. The pharaoh was considered an expert in esoteric sciences, and some believe him to be the founder of ancient Freemasonry in Egypt. Returning to the 1960s and 1970s in Turin, we find the stories of Gustavo Rol, a supposed Italian parapsychologist. Gustavo Rol was born into a wealthy family and received an education at the most prestigious universities in Italy, and even earned a degree in London. Gustavo Rol enjoyed hosting paranormal evenings at his home, allowing only a few distinguished acquaintances to participate. Gustavo Rol loved to surround himself with celebrities from the world of entertainment, culture, industry, and politics. Among his friends were figures like the famous director Federico Fellini. It is said that even Albert Einstein and Benito Mussolini were astonished by his performances. Often these performances were card tricks, but sometimes they involved more complex phenomena, such as the materialization of drawings or reading closed books. Gustavo Rol never accepted any kind of verification at his home. To this day, his phenomena are known only through written and visual testimonies. Gustavo Rol somehow evolved his abilities, as he reportedly appeared simultaneously in 2 different cities, lifted objects, and made drawings appear suddenly. He stated that to do this, he had to renounce all his aspirations of fame and pride. Moreover, he claimed that his experiments were meant to help others. "I have lost the joy of living. The power frightens me," Gustavo Rol said in one of his rare interviews. The famous seer Nostradamus, born in nearby France in 1503, was also a guest in Turin. After a plague epidemic that took many of his family members, Nostradamus began traveling through Europe. He studied Jewish astrology and published his most important work of prophecies in 1555. Nostradamus stayed in Turin for a long time, right after publishing his book of prophecies. The book contains 942 predictions, which to this day continue to intrigue people because of a difficult interpretation of his works. His book predicts catastrophic events precisely between the years 2022 and 2025. It describes boiling rivers and lakes, a tsunami, a great drought, and a famine, as well as a naval battle between gigantic armies. In addition, Nostradamus predicts in these years the death of the current pope, who according to him will be succeeded by a much younger pope, who will weaken the institution of the Catholic Church worldwide. According to photographic proof attributed to the 1930s, there was a plaque in Turin commemorating Nostradamus' long stay in 1556 in a villa demolished in 1967. The plaque read, "Nostradamus lodges here, where there are paradise, hell, and purgatory. I am called Victory. Whoever honors me will have glory. Whoever despises me will have complete ruin." The demolished villa was not surprisingly located right near Piazza Statuto, with its fountain mentioned at the beginning of the video. Was it merely a coincidence that Nostradamus wanted to stay so close by? The legends of mystical Turin do not end here. One that has come to light in recent years describes the Mole Antonelliana Tower, the tallest building in the city at 113 meters, as the hiding place of the Holy Grail, according to some art and history interpreters. In fact, not far from there, a statue called the Faith, depicting a hooded figure holding a chalice, is positioned as if watching and pointing toward the tower from a distance. Thank you for joining us on this journey of mystery through the fascinating city of Turin. Embraced by the Alpine Arc, the former capital of Italy hides many mysteries and fascinates many travelers, both skeptics and true enthusiasts of the paranormal and the occult. Thank you for watching this video. We ask you to share it, leave us a like, a comment, and subscribe to our channel. It will be a great satisfaction for us, who have worked so hard to give you a wonderful experience of an ancient place once again. Follow us for our new releases. See you soon.